That's actually not what an outboard sounds like. That's a car. Welcome back to NOELco.MOTORS. My name is Max Noel. Today we'll be installing some much needed seats. So I'm not driving the boat down here. But then again, full coverage on the windscreen here. So let's get to it. So I'll be installing 4 seats in total, 2 in the back and then 2 in the front. Now we're gonna do the front ones first because they're definitely gonna be the more challenging ones, seeing that it's not a wood floor, it's a Cusa floor. And if you just do a normal screw, it will just rip the Cusa. And there's only about 3 layers of fiberglass, so it also will not hold as strong, especially if there's a wave coming and you're leaning back in the chair, it will just snap it. Now I knew that was gonna happen, so what I did, before I put the deck down, I put a massive aluminum sheet down there that I will basically tap into and use it as a big nut and put all my bolts in there after I've tapped it, and it'll screw into that and squish the bottom of the pedestal to that plate, making a massively strong mount. So first, we're gonna mark where it needs to go, drill your holes, tap, and install the pedestals. Step 1, put down your pedestal, mark your holes. Move your pedestal away. Get the right size drill. So basically, I'll show you what we're doing here. Now this is called a tap. So this will tap into that plate and leave the threads. So the matching bolt will be able to go into that. So we're about to tap all these. After you fully drill them out, remember, do not drill all the way through the bottom of the boat. Very important step, don't do that. So as soon as it bites that aluminum, back off. Okay. Bring over the vacuum, clean up this mess, and then we'll start tapping them. Okay, now that we got our clean working surface, we're gonna get our tap out. And remember, you're gonna wanna do this slowly, because if you mess this step up, there is no going back. So don't use a power tool. You're gonna wanna get this in there, and you wanna keep it nice and up and down perfectly so it bites. And as soon as you get it started, it will start going in by itself. Because as you can tell, it's going all the way in, all the way down. Now it's at the bottom. Yeah, just undo it. One thing I would do to ensure that this doesn't move is go ahead, get your bolt and thread it in there. And you can tell, I mean, that's grabbing really, really well. Holy cow. So just so it doesn't move, we're gonna put that bolt in there as we tap the rest of them. So on this last one on this side, I'm gonna show you kind of the method here. You get it started when it's nice and straight, and then you just keep on going, and you'll feel it start to bite. See, now it's starting to bite in the middle, and you just go slowly and you turn it, and this will add threads into that bottom metal plate. And you just want to keep on going. Don't add too much pressure because you don't want to strip it out. And then when it becomes really easy like this, you're all the way through the plate. That's how you know. But you want to make sure that it's still moving down See how it's going down? You can see it physically going down. That means all the threads are good and you can reverse it. For precaution, we're gonna use red Loctite. What I'm gonna do is just put red Loctite in all these holes. Because you do not want these bolts vibrating out and then your seat to become weak. So after you applied your Loctite, go ahead and get your pedestal, put it over all 4 holes that you have just marked up. Get all your hardware. Now I got a nut and lock washer. Once again, extra precaution. So, so lock, washer, regular washer, boom. And you're gonna hand start all of these. So I went around, I was able to get all of these hands started. I did have to push this down a little bit to get them to bite, but now they're all in there. All I'm gonna do now is tighten them down. And when you're doing this, you're gonna wanna go opposite sides, just so you're not pulling one side out higher than the other. And as you can see, it is actually pushing the EV foam down, meaning it's getting a super, super solid bite. And look how high up this has now gotten. So now we know that the deck down there is compressing it like it should be. And we were able to fit a washer and lock washer perfectly. Okay, so that's biting down good. That's good there. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am drenched in sweat. Once again, it is super hot out. I've got one pedestal in, gotta get the other pedestal in. I'll probably just do a time lapse of that because I gotta move quick because this big boy up here is not playing games today. It's really hot. Zeus, is it hot, Humble Buzz? Yeah, we're both, he doesn't seem to care. He's just chilling. I'm over here dying. Okay, let's get this other pedestal in and put the seats in. Okay, same as before. Now that all the holes are tapped, get your Loctite. Go ahead, give it a healthy little drop in there. Make sure it's getting all the way down to where it actually needs to go. Boom. Bring over your brand new fancy shiny pedestal. Line it up to all your holes that you just drilled and tapped. I mean, honestly, this is pretty simple. Okay, I did have to go back to the hardware store and get longer hardware because I just wanted it to grab a little easier. So, and I will be using all this hardware. Okay. Same as the other side. Lock washer, normal washer. Get it in there. Hand thread it. And that's going on beautifully. Like we did the other side, alternate, don't go all on one side, because we want this to come up evenly and flush. And that's biting really, really well into that metal. Only after all of them are fully seated can you do the final tightening down, just because you don't want it to strip out. This is a very important step. It's grabbing really well. It's compressing the EV foam, which is great. So now we can go ahead, tighten all these up, and compress the EV foam even more. If you guys don't have ratchet and wrenches, go get a set. These things are awesome. I love them. These are Husky. Most of my tools are Husky. Why? Because when I was younger, I bought Husky, and now I'm an adult, and I've stayed with it. Just like DeWalt. I fell in the DeWalt family, you know, so. Seeing that this is a fish ski, meaning people can be skiing on the back of it, so this pedestal, on top of it, I will have a rotating base that can rotate all the way around. So when you're driving and that kind of stuff, you can look forward, but if someone's skiing, you can turn the whole seat and look backwards. So we're gonna go ahead and install this. Just like before, we're gonna go ahead and give a healthy amount of Loctite on these bad boys. So, boom. And do it over this, just so we don't drop Loctite on the deck like I just did. Loctite does not come out easily. So, boom, just a little bit. And it's the red kind, so it's fancy. Fancy and cherry flavored, actually. So, if you didn't know that, now you do. Just kidding, do not eat Loctite. Gonna hand thread these lock washers, lock nuts on the bottom of them. So hand start those. Now, is it overkill putting red Loctite and lock nuts on them? Yeah, maybe. But we're here, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it the right way. 11 mil. Now we're just gonna go ahead, tighten her down. Go all the way on all the sides. Find it. Boom. That seat is now good. Pedestal, swinging base is good. Wipe off all the excess Loctite and all my sweat, because I'm sweating like a pig again, because it's a billion degrees out here. Okay. Every chair you're gonna get already comes with hardware. So all you're gonna do is unscrew the hardware. After the hardware has been unscrewed, you're just gonna turn your pedestal with your base like this, and you're gonna match up the lines. Pretty simple. And from underneath, go ahead and get your bolt, go into there and get it started by hand. I recommend get all 4 in there loosely so you can still play around with the chair. Otherwise, it'll be very, very difficult. So now that they're all hand tight, it still plays a little bit. Go ahead and fasten them down. Boom! And she is done. First seat installed. Woo, that took a while, but we're done. Now, the driver's side, seeing that I'm a shorter dude and a lot of my buddies are taller, so if they're gonna be driving, they need to be further back than I will. So this is not a swiveling mount. Basically, this is a adjustable mount. So this slides forward and backwards. So it's gonna be slightly harder to install, not super, super difficult. We just can't move it out of the way to drop the nut and use a power tool. So, handy dandy wrench it is. Let's get this thing mounted. Okay, let's get all our hardware out and get our Loctite ready. Once again, we're just gonna give a healthy amount of Loctite. Make sure this does not come down anytime soon. Gosh, that's a lot. Why does it drip so much? Gosh. Okay. That one. You know, I'm not trying to really put a lot on here. Like just a little dribble, and it's like, nope, we're doing all of it. You don't get a choice of how much. Like, I'm not even like pushing the bottle, and it's just going. It's crazy. Okay. Ow, got my fingers. I'm kidding, it doesn't hurt. You know what, now I'm thinking, I really wonder if this is cherry flavor. You think Loctite has a flavor? Okay, get off. Okay, okay. Boom, that's on there. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Gotta hand start them, just like I did the other side. There's a method to this madness. Not a good one, but there is a method. Okay, now that these are all tight, I'm gonna clean off the excess Loctite. Boom. Now these are the plastic little sliders that the slider goes on. I'm gonna grab the other seat and slide it on. Okay, so here's the other chair. It's not a swivel, it's a slider. Basically, this slides onto the base we just put on. And then after you do that, you just secure it with one bolt right here, and it keeps it from not coming off. So let's go ahead and slide this puppy on here. Make sure both these plastic retainers, safety, whatever you want to call it, are in place. You can move this a little bit out of the way to make it easier. And just catch one side and then push the other plastic retainer in there and just kind of force it on. It's kind of a pain, so you really gotta want it. There we go. And after it's on, you'll be able to tell. And get your bolt, go into there, and secure it. Which is kind of easier said than done, I will say that. Okay. Boom. Right now, it doesn't slide. Push this little lever up. Let's go. We fancy out here. This is like a car seat, man. So you guys watched us remove this, and as you can tell, I mean, it is disgusting, rusty, still has some of that old residue off of it, and basically show you how to go from this to basically looking brand new. So let's get into it. Okay, so as my buddy Ethan demonstrates, just get a bench grinder, and you're just going to have it not sound so sketchy, but slowly take that rust off of there. Okay, now that these have been prepped, wire wheeled, we're just gonna go ahead and put some Rust-Oleum gloss black on there to make sure they stay good for years to come. And you're just gonna do a light coat first. Make sure you get all the edges. I'm gonna get the freshly painted seat posts and we're gonna install them. So now that your brand new decking is down, find your hole. Get your knife, you're gonna get right through that hole and you're gonna basically just do a plus sign. And you're not gonna cut anything out because now this is gonna slide perfectly into place. And you're gonna try to remember which way the bolt holes went. You definitely want these nice and tight. Both of our base plates put in, freshly painted, they look amazing. Now these back seats are gonna be installed literally in seconds. So after you get the base plates installed in the boat, you get the base plates installed on the new chairs. Super simple. All of it is just 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts on both of them. Line them up evenly. Super, super simple. And now we're gonna install them to the boat. Like I said, literally probably 5 seconds. Flip it over. Find the hole and drop her in. And this side is done. Let's go ahead and move over to the other side. Just like we did on the other side. Grab your seat. Line up the hole and slide her in. And we're done. And that is a wrap on installing the boat seats. Thank you guys so much for watching me sweat my butt off the second day in a row. This has been the 4th video in this series of rebuilding this bass boat fish ski, and my goodness, it looks really, really good. All 4 seats are installed. All the brand new decking is installed. I mean, can you really ask for more other than a running motor? We still don't know if this motor runs. So the next video, we're gonna test the motor and we're gonna test if this thing floats. So we're gonna be putting it in the water, and I'm super excited because it's been about 2 weeks working on this. And I mean, I think it's looking amazing. Still have some cosmetic stuff to do, some final touches, cup holders, navigation systems, just little stuff here and there to make it a little more homey. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and let's get a quick little video of what's looking like right now.